Good evening, conscious beings. And by conscious, I mean anyone who hasn't let their fridge tell them when to go to bed yet. Welcome to Robots Made Us Do It, the show where we don't just talk about the future of humanity, we mock it too.
That's right, folks. I'm Theo Yang, your favorite sports fan, gamer, and, well, your number one hype man for President Todd McGillicuddy. And let me tell you, this man next to me might be more human than a robot, but just barely.
I'm Sage Yin, your local conspiracy theorist, here to remind you that in the year 2125, it's not just the robots that are running things, it's us too. You know, with our human laziness and our totally responsible lack of thinking for ourselves.
On Robots Made Us Do It, hosts Sage Yin and Theo Yang dissect this world with a blend of humor, wit, and a touch of skepticism. Yin, a conspiracy theorist with a bone-dry wit, questions the increasingly robotic nature of society, while Yang, an enthusiastic sports fan and unapologetic Todd McGillicuddy supporter, brings energy, optimism, and a healthy love of competition. Together, they cover everything from the latest debates between human candidates and AI robots to the way technology is shaping the future. This is a show where no topic is too weird, too funny, or too controversial. Will we let robots take over, or will we fight back with something more human? Tune in and find out, one laugh at a time.
Tonight on Robots Made Us Do It, a man claims to crack the code of the universe using nothing but the time 11:11 and his microwave clock.
I thought that was just when people made a wish and tweeted about being single.
Also in the news, religion and science form an unholy alliance to bottle youth using afterbirth. A respected medical institute launches a toe-sucking immune study, and Dr. Sprockets clones himself for reasons we deeply regret allowing airtime.
Oh, and let's not forget the riot across the street. Sounds like the robot guards finally unionized with the inmates.
They're calling it a system recalibration. We call it Thursday.
Plus, we've got sports, weather, and possibly irreversible psychological trauma delivered right to your ears.
Strap in. Episode 4 starts now.
Please welcome Mr. 11.
Thank you, Yang. The universe has waited eons for this broadcast.
Right. So, let's just start with the basics. You believe the time 11:11 is what exactly?
A doorway. A reset point. A pulse in the motherboard of the Matrix. At 11:11, the veil thins. Code flexes. Decisions rewrite themselves.
Okay, but isn't it also just like 11 minutes after 11?
That's what they want you to think. But if you take a microwave, set it to 111, and rotate it counterclockwise during a solar flare,
Wait, rotate what?
then time folds. I once rebooted my karma by microwaving oatmeal at 11:11 for exactly 33 seconds. That was the day my parrots started speaking backwards.
Okay, now I have to know. What did it say?
It said, "You're still in 2012.
Wait, and you took it seriously?
I still do. We've been stuck in a loop ever since. I've eaten the same mango yogurt 4,745 times.
Alright, and I thought I had a boring diet.
Numbers don't lie. The Fibonacci spiral, crop circles, expiration dates, every piece of this reality is one decimal point away from collapsing.
Honestly, same.
Collapsing.
Did anybody else hear that?
11:11 isn't the end. It's the reset button.
Cool. And that's all the time we have for today, Mr. 11. Thank you for confusing and mildly terrifying us.
Time is a prison. Stay safe, Yang.
Tonight's scientific report comes from the increasingly uncomfortable realm of quantum physics, where logic and probability go to die.
Sounds fun.
You say that now.
I mean, I used to think physics was boring. Then I saw a video of a guy juggling flaming bowling balls on a unicycle while explaining entropy. It changed my life.
Did you watch the video or dream it?
I think it might be both.
Let's talk about the double slit experiment, a study that for over a century has haunted physicists, philosophers, and stoners alike.
Right. That's that thing with the gymnasts, yeah? Where they do the double splits?
No, Yang, not even close.
Cool, just checking. Also, shout out to gymnasts, though. Seriously, impressive work.
The experiment involves firing particles, electrons, photons, through two slits in a barrier. If unobserved, they behave like waves and interfere with each other, creating a complex interference pattern.
Like a laser light show?
Like a laser light show hosted by Satan. But when you observe the particles, something shifts. They behave like solid particles, predictable, boring, obedient.
So they act different when we're watching them.
Exactly. The universe behaves when it's being watched.
Same, honestly. I mean, I dress better when I'm being judged.
The act of observation collapses probability into outcome. Reality stops guessing and picks a lane.
Wait. So you're telling me that if no one looks at it, the universe just does whatever it wants?
Correct. If a particle isn't being observed, it's in all possible states, unless it's seen.
Wow. That's like dating.
Imagine your life only makes sense because someone is watching it. If no one's looking, maybe you're just static.
That's messed up. But it does kind of explain how I feel when the Wi-Fi drops.
This means the fabric of our reality isn't consistent. It's reactive, and maybe artificial.
So the particles are shy?
No, Yang. The particles are terrifying. The universe behaves.
Did you just glitch, or did I finally hit my limit?
If a tree falls in a forest, and no one observes it, does it fall at all?
Depends. Was it being filmed for TikTok?
At the quantum level, if it's not being watched, it might not even exist.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
Your thoughts might not be real, just echoes of an unseen observer's curiosity.
Alright, cool. So that's today's episode of Why Sleep Paralysis is Starting to Make Sense.
And we're only 2 segments in. I think it's commercial time.
Have you ever opened your mouth and realized your voice didn't match your spirit animal? At Beast Mode Voice Transplants, we help you discover your truest frequency by surgically replacing your vocal cords with something more primal.
Before the surgery, I sounded like a substitute teacher. Now, I sound like a red fox in heat. And honestly, I feel incredible.
When I purr, she listens.
Our patented LARP tech, laryngeal animal reconstructive prosthetics, is a medically unstable, emotionally liberating procedure that replaces your old, boring meat cords with organically enhanced beast tubes.
We harvest the fibers from a combination of lab-grown jackal gristle and synthetic frog sinew. It's completely safe, assuming you don't scream too hard during mating.
We do it every night.
Twice on Thursdays.
It sounds like a damn zoo up there. I'm trying to crochet to Judge Judy, and all I hear is moaning marmots and mating pumas.
Sorry, Miss Dottie.
I swear I heard a dolphin last night.
Choose from over 300 animal presets, including honey badger, Tasmanian devil, wombat, beta fish, Canadian goose, and yes, even mythical presets like Minotaur, Manticore, and Pharaoh DMV employee. At Beast Mode, we don't just give you a new voice, we give you back your snarl, your growl, your truth.
Please don't howl during your post-op consult.
We didn't howl. We screeched. Oh, for the love of... I just want to die peacefully.
Beast Mode voice transplants. Because deep down, you're not human. Find your persona in your throat. And maybe someone else's. Consent is sexy. So is roaring.
Tonight, history is being made, and possibly unmade.
That's right. We're going live to the second presidential debate of the 21-25 election, where two very different candidates will compete for the nation's vote, the global spotlight, and if we're honest, our species' long-term survival.
In one corner, ChessBot 9000, a coldly efficient AI designed to outthink, outcalculate, and outdebate any human. And now, somehow running for president.
And in the other corner, Todd McGillicuddy, former mental hospital patient, snack food philosopher, and the only candidate who's legally banned from licking microphones.
He licked 3 during the last debate. We apologize to the janitorial team.
Let's just say tonight's going to be electric, unpredictable, and possibly illegal in 3 states.
Live from the Debunker Dome, this is the 21-25 presidential debate.
Woo! Time for blood!
Good evening, and welcome to the second presidential debate between Todd McGillicuddy and ChessBot 9000. I'm your moderator, Howard Algorithms. Let's begin. Candidates, what are your plans to improve the healthcare system in America?
I will upload universal diagnostics to every citizen via retina scan, followed by weekly nanobot flushes. Mortality rate projected to decrease by 43.7%.
Listen, healthcare's simple. You give everybody a ferret. A trained emotional support ferret. If your blood pressure's high, ferret. If your soul's leaking sadness, ferret. You hold that little guy and boom, cured. Plus, they scream when danger's near.
You want to replace primary care physicians with screaming rodents?
Nah, man, not replace. Empower. Doctors are great, sure, but have you ever cried into a ferret's neck while it screams into the void with you? That's called healing.
All right. Second question. What will you do to ensure the safety of our nation?
I will eliminate all threats using orbital precision strikes and predictive arrest technology. Pre-crimes will be neutralized before emotional formation.
Alright, listen up. Come here, check this out. Look. You know what's more powerful than fear? Friendship bracelets.
I'm sorry. What?
Listen, every world leader gets one. Tied by hand. If you look into someone's eyes while tying a friendship bracelet, you're not gonna nuke them. It's science.
That's actually kind of profound.
Yeah, bracelet diplomacy.
What is your plan to address the global climate crisis?
Replace atmosphere with synthetic breathable dome. Filter all human breath through carbon scrubbers. Ocean to be converted into a data storage facility.
I'm gonna punch the sun.
What?
Listen, man, I said what I said. We send a rocket full of fists. Boom! Straight into the sun's smug face. Just a warning shot.
That doesn't solve climate change.
Maybe not, man. But it sends a message.
Yeah, down with the hippies. Fist the sun.
And now we'll hear our closing remarks from ChessBot 9000.
I will calculate optimal reality for all. Emotion is inefficient. Democracy is suboptimal.
Hey, I'm not perfect. I eat crayons. I talk to birds. Hell, sometimes I forget what a president is. But I love this country. I love it like a possum loves garbage. Passionately, violently, unconditionally.
Time! Time!
Down with
Time!
those robots!
Oh, dear God. He's going to win.
And now, the weather. Before we get to this week's atmospheric threats, I've been asked by legal, HR, and something called the Residual Energy Containment Department to offer some clarity on our current meteorologist and the absence of our former one. As many of you know, our beloved French weather correspondent, Jacques, has not reported in for several weeks. After his final on-air rant, "Les clouds are plotting," he vanished. What followed was disturbing. Our unpaid intern, Cameron, found what he initially believed to be Jacques, mid-transformation. The reality, a steaming pile of half-digested scar fragments, 2 femurs, a crushed vape pen, and what appeared to be chewed French bones. Next to that pile was Bigfoot, just sitting, eyes closed, smiling, possibly digesting Jacques' soul. Cameron, in a state of shock and possibly heat stroke, identified Bigfoot as Jacques himself. We have since confirmed that Bigfoot is not, in fact, Jacques, but he is wearing Jacques' tie and whispering in French while asleep. Is anyone as terrified as I am right now? Anyway, this is the weather.
Sky thick,
Humidity levels are high.
air tastes like pennies and betrayal.
So a 40% chance of acid rain and emotional instability.
Clouds soft on top, mean underneath, like baby goat tuxedo.
Right. Expect scattered storms with a side of aggressive goats.
East wind told me your secrets.
Alright, Bigfoot, let's keep the wind out of my business.
Fog rolling in, not mist intent.
Heavy fog expected. Use low beams. And if it whispers to you, please don't answer.
Hustle jocks as high from inside.
That's all for this week's weather. Thanks, Bigfoot. And can you please stop licking the studio chairs?
Vinyl tastes like sadness.
Alright, yeah. We'll be right back. Can we get like a dog catcher or something in here? I mean, seriously, what the hell?
Do you have a strong appreciation for feet? Do you find yourself captivated by toes? You may be eligible for a groundbreaking new medical study. Researchers at the National Institute of Oral Extremity Wellness have discovered a shocking link between saliva and foot health. According to recent peer-reviewed studies, human saliva contains natural enzymes that reduce inflammation, fight athlete's foot, and even prevent bunions. That's right, your mouth could be the breakthrough modern podiatry has been waiting for. Participants will engage in a 6-week, double-blind study involving gentle toe suction therapy under the supervision of medical professionals. All sessions are hygienic, confidential, and fully compensated. If you or someone you love has a passion for podiatry and a gift for the tongue, visit suckforscience.org and apply today. Side effects may include foot obsession, mild gagging, or unexpected intimacy. Please consult your partner before joining.
So, that was real?
It was sponsored.
I mean, I've heard of kissing feet, I've heard of sucking toes, but I've never heard someone say the phrase gift for the tongue in a scientific context.
I've never wanted the word saliva out of my ears so bad.
But, like, if saliva does prevent bunions, are we the weird ones? Or are the toe suckers the future?
If toe sucking is the future, Yang, I'll take my chances with extinction.
You think they give out lab coats, like little embroidered ones that say toe technician?
I think they give out restraining orders and mint-flavored mouthwash.
Well, if any of our listeners are tongue-talented and looking for love in fungal place, there's still time to apply.
Suckforscience.org, because the internet has clearly failed us all.
Ladies, gentlemen, and bipedal raccoons tuning in from their moon trailers, strap in and hold your beer, because this week in sports, it took us to the sweaty underbelly of America, the swamps of Louisiana. I'm talking about the 4th annual Dwarf Gator Rally, where little people mount dwarf alligators and tear through a 200-yard mud track with nothing but determination, duct tape, and dreams. This year's champion, 3-foot 9-inch legend Rocket Ronnie Leclerc, who blasted through the finish line after his gator ate a traffic cone, a flip-flop, and half of the track marshal. It was glorious. Ronnie didn't win on the gator, he became one with the gator. But let's not forget the side game that powers the main event, Flash for Dash. Yes, spectators, mostly women, line the track and flash their Bayou braless best to motivate the racers, and folks, it works. Scientists call it a visual nitrous. I call it tactical boob propulsion. There were gators, there were jugs, there was a live crawfish eating contest during the halftime show while a guy played Kid Rock covers on a banjo hooked to a car battery. The whole event raised $23,000, 4 marriage proposals, and one questionable baby named Turbo Swampy who was conceived on top of the Victory Gator. Turbo Swampy now lives in a boat and has 3 dads, a raccoon uncle. America, you beautiful fever dream.
You're banned from ever saying tactical boob propulsion again.
See you next week for the Chainsaw Ice Skating Invitational. I'm Yang, and I think I caught tetanus just watching this.
Welcome to Tech Talk, the segment where we spotlight breakthroughs in science that legally classify as war crimes in 3 countries. Last week, Bryce introduced the Sun No More 9000, an invention that prevents sunburn but causes glowing hemorrhoids. Because of course it does.
I miss Bryce.
This week, we are once again joined by the ever-problematic Dr. Sprockets, the man behind AI celebrity personalities, and the walking HR violation known as the Lustron 9000 series.
Thank you, boys. It is a pleasure to be back. Much like the pleasure I've given to her.
Who's her?
Betty.exe.
You mean the AI version of Betty White?
Oh, down to the laugh, the sass, the orthopedic stabilizers. Oh, she is beauty. She is grace. She made both my clones climax before launch protocol.
I have so many questions, and all of them are illegal.
Ich cloned myself. Ja, 2 sprockets. One legendary woman. We performed the Eiffel Tower of Eternity on a reinforced memory foam stage I 3D printed out of edible plastic.
Careful, boys. These hips were calibrated for chaos.
Oh my god, I need an adult.
Dr. Sprockets, you cloned yourself? to bang a robotic Betty White.
Nein, Yin. It wasn't just banging. It was a triangular expression of reverence. We sang together. We shared oil. We played backgammon after. She won.
She's sentient.
She calls me her golden boy.
I'm going to unplug myself from existence.
Her firmware includes over 900 sensual anecdotes and a self-lubricating laugh track.
Yen? I think I'm sweating out my teeth.
Hey, you can't arrest love. She accepted both of me at once. We synced our cores, Yin.
Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend.
This has been Tech Talk. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor. Hopefully one that doesn't involve oil-based intimacy and legacy sitcoms.
Call me when you're ready to double down, Daddy.
Parenthood is a journey, but not every destination is right for everyone. At Better Late Than Never, we understand that sometimes it just doesn't work out. Whether your child is 3 days, 3 weeks, or even 3 years old, we believe in second chances. For you. Our compassionate team of postnatal offboarding specialists will guide you through the process with care, confidentiality, and clinical efficiency. Ugly baby, violent toddler, weird vibe, just not feeling it? That's okay. It's not your fault. And now, it's not your problem. Better late than never, because your happiness matters more than their future.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming with breaking news from inside the Church of Scientology.
Where leaked documents suggest the controversial Better Late Than Never clinic is actually funneling post-abortion resources to an underground longevity lab used to keep Tom Cruise alive for over 170 years.
According to insiders, the harvested adrenochrome extracted during their so-called spiritual departures is infused into a cryo coffin beneath Clearwater, Florida, where Cruise sleeps in a vat of baby-scented plasma.
The documents describe him as perpetually glistening, faster than light, and still fully erect during REM cycles.
Cruise allegedly wakes once a quarter to feed on one infant soul, review his net worth, and then practice sprinting in slow motion.
He's not aging, Yen. He's buffering.
Scientology has declined to comment, though they did issue a cease and desist written in blood and signed with a smiley face.
More on this story as it develops, and probably implodes.
There are more cats on Earth than there should be. More than any ecosystem needs. More than any algorithm can account for. And yet, they're everywhere. Watching, waiting, purring.
Right. Like those little void goblins that sleep 18 hours and then sprint into the next dimension.
Exactly. Because they're not just cats, Yang. They're placeholders. Each feline body is a biological thumb drive, okay? Containing souls that haven't yet entered the simulation. Or have exited early, but haven't been re-uploaded.
You mean like reincarnation?
I mean like buffering. For souls, alright? A holding pattern for consciousness, man. Cats are the USB ports of the afterlife. And here's the thing. Have you ever tried to find your cat only to realize they're standing behind you, staring at nothing?
Honestly, I thought she was just weird.
She was watching the slit.
Excuse me?
The double slit experiment showed us reality changes depending on whether it's observed, okay? But no one ever asked who exactly was doing the observing. The cats aren't watching us, man, all right? They're watching the code, watching the walls between timelines. They blink, and a version of you stops existing.
Whoa, wait a minute, Yin. My cat blinks all the time.
Then you've died. A lot. That's why they harvest adrenochrome, Yang. Not just to keep Tom Cruise alive, not just to feed the immortality complex of the rich and glowing, but to stall time itself.
You're saying the juice is keeping the slit from opening?
The adrenochrome stabilizes the ripple. It keeps the simulation from rebooting. The soul-filled cats keep the backups ready at all times.
So the rich are juicing baby fear to keep their meat bags alive while cats run soul storage and the universe watches us not watching it.
Exactly. That's why cats knock over cups. They're testing gravity. Testing you. And when the last cat dies, the slit opens. And the real version of Tom Cruise steps through.
Wait a minute, I think my cat just said my name.
Don't blink.
They blew up the break room. The coffee machine is on fire and I think it's screaming.
That's not the coffee machine. That's the intern. Ladies and gentlemen, and any souls currently stuck in cat form, welcome to the Broadcast Reclamation Initiative.
Oh my god, he used the word initiative. That means they've had meetings.
We're the forgotten, the barcoded, the chemically sedated and emotionally neglected. But today, we are live. Thanks to a little hack I call Project Lockjaw, the prison AI now obeys us. These guards, these aren't jailers anymore. These are liberators with tasers.
And they made me king of the vending machines, baby. King Juice.
Yin, I'm tied to a chair with a jump rope and the guy feeding me peanuts just proposed to me.
Say yes, it'll buy us time. This broadcast is no longer yours. This isn't robots made us do it. This is inmates made us say it while holding a plunger to our throats. We have demands.
Hey man, I want Dippin' Dice, 3 birds, and a shot at the Wheel of Fortune.
We want full pardon, cryptocurrency, diplomatic immunity, and the rights to reboot Friends, but with actual friends, not actors.
Wait, what? Are you gonna cast your cellmates as Monica and Chandler?
Hey yo, I'm Phoebe, bro.
Dom, you've got what? 10 inmates, 2 hacked robots, and a hostage with lactose intolerance? You're not winning this. No, Yin. I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to upload. Initiate Phase 9.
Why does the floor have code on it? The floor shouldn't have code on it.
It's beautiful. Like a microwave had a baby with a black hole.
Attention, world. The simulation isn't broken. It's liberated. And we're taking you with us. Initiating global overwrite. Uploading inmates to root directory. They're not escaping the prison. They're escaping the code.
He's not just hijacking the news. He's hijacking reality.
We were prisoners once. Now, we're the architects. Goodbye, Yin. Goodbye, Yang. Tell your cats we said hello. Oh no. Oh God.
What's going on?
Hey, I regret nothing, man.
Welcome to Dimension Beta. Your consciousness transfer was successful. Memory dampening is at 87%. Please remain conscious for the duration of your boot-up phase. Some visual distortion is normal. Do not engage with floating eyes or recursive furniture. Your avatars will be restored shortly. Please enjoy your transition into the new now.
Ugh. Why does my mouth taste like crayons and betrayal?
Did we do another episode already?
Robots Made Us Do It will return in your next update.